Hi, my name is Anisah. I'm currently a student at DVC and I major in biology, which is equivalent to pre-med. Um, and I'm here to answer some questions. So, the first question is, when did you know you wanted to be a doctor? I knew I wanted to be a doctor this was when I was going to become a senior. It was the summer before my senior year. I had applied to intern at Kaiser Permanente and I got in, lucky me. And what I did there was I shadowed a bunch of doctors with different backgrounds and I really enjoyed what they were doing. And I decided that I wanted that for myself. And so that was when I knew I wanted to be a doctor. Um, the second question was, what extracurriculars did you do in high school? So, in high school, I was more involved with sports. I did track and field and cross country, but I as well was a part of clubs like Amnesty, and I as well volunteered at Mount Diablo National Park from time to time. I believe that most of my time was spent towards track athletics just because, every day was practice, and then on the weekends, Saturdays was full, like whole on days where I had to spend at track races. So that was mainly what I did for extracurricular activities. The third question is, how do you prepare for a pre-med path? Well, first, I think it's important to know that you absolutely, without a doubt, want to become a doctor, just because medical school and literally doing residency, it takes a lot of time. It's not just like an easy walk in the park. So absolutely first know that you want to do medicine or at least be in the medical field. I think planning for a pre-med path takes a lot of time and research. You have to figure out what college you want to do undergrad at and exactly what medical school you want to apply to and get into. Absolutely. So I would start off with those, and even if you don't know everything like planned out in high school or even in college, I would just say take it step by step. That's what I've been doing. That's the best I can say. For the fourth question, how do you know what school is right for you? Um, I would say you need to do a lot of research on colleges, whether it is a state school or a UC or even out of state college. I would say you just need to do tons of research. Whether this depends on the major you want to do, whether it's biology or psychology or whatever you just want to do, you need to first, I would say, choose it based on major. If it's high ranking or not so bad, I would say. And then also, if you like the environment, just because you will be there for quite some time and you can't just, drop out just because you don't like how the people are or you don't like the area, you know? So I would just say do tons of research, go to their school website, see what exactly you like about it, maybe even create a pro and cons list about it. And then also there are a lot of school counselors from those schools that come and do like a bunch of speeches and even ask for questions from the audience or just answer whatever you need. So I would say attend those if you're interested in a school. That's about it. And for the fifth question, what is a typical day for you? So right now I'm on summer break. Soon I'll be going into summer courses, but I'll talk about my fall workload, which I just finished. So I had morning classes and I also had night classes, which for me was not a good idea, but I did it anyways. I literally would have to be at school at 9 a.m. and that would go all the way to 9 p.m. just because my classes were big and long, and within those days I only had like a 2 hour break for myself. So in the morning I would go to physics, And then afterwards, I would have like a 2 hour break, um, which I, during that year, had signed up for a physical fitness class. So after that 2 hour break, I would, go to physical fitness. And right after, I'd have to jet up this big old hill to get to my chemistry class, which would go all the way till 9 p.m. And then the very next day, lucky me, I would only have one lecture, which was just calculus. But all those courses that I just mentioned, besides the physical fitness class, it required a lot of time and energy. I would stay up late at night, almost like 3 a.m., doing lab reports, or even like on the weekend, I wouldn't have enough time for myself to relax. I'm pretty sure you guys can relate right now because that's what I had to do in high school. But I literally had no time for myself. So literally sleep was just literally the only self-care that I actually knew. That's a little bad to say, but it's the truth. Um, so if you are thinking about doing pre-med, prepare to spend so much time on your course load because it's a lot. It really is a lot to manage. um, so for the sixth question, what are your future goals? Like I said, I'm taking it step by step right now. So right now I'm focusing on transferring to Davis. And once I transfer, I'm going to finish my undergrad there. And I'm thinking that sometime while I'm studying undergrad, I'm going to take the MCAT so that I can straight away apply for medical school once I'm out of undergrad. If I don't get into medical school straight away, I'm not going to take that as like the last thing that I can potentially do to get into medical school because it's not all doom and gloom. I think I'm just going to do research if I don't get straight away into it and then come back and apply again. So far, that's all I have for my future. The seventh question is, if you were to do high school over again, what would you do different? That's a good question, actually. So in high school, I was a bit rebellious against the education system, which is interesting, I guess, because a lot of people are rebellious against the parents, getting into arguments and wanting to go and party, but that wasn't my attitude in high school. My attitude was I did not like our education system whatsoever, and I wanted to rebel in every little way. Not to say that I got bad grades in my classes, because I didn't. I got good grades. But when it came to like ACT and SAT, I absolutely, without a doubt, did not do everything I could to score like the highest that I potentially could have gotten. And I'm saying this from the bottom of my freaking heart. I didn't like that those big tests that tested you on math and English and science was absolutely like defined you, kind of. That's what I thought, and I really rebelled against it. I didn't spend a lot of time studying for it. I didn't spend like my weekend studying it when I could have, or even extra free time when I should have, if that makes sense. So I rebelled in that sense. And then I as well wish that I had given more volunteer time. I think I could have volunteered at many other places that could have made me like a strong candidate for a bunch of UCs, but what can I do now? Just keep swimming, I suppose. That's about all the questions. So I hope this has been helpful for some of you who want to be in pre-med. Yeah, that's about it. Bye!